Hello, Ponderers, and welcome to Pondering on the Patio, where we share reflections, deep questions, and random thoughts while looking at nature in the patio. In each episode, we will give you two different pondering thoughts from your Chief Pondering Officer, Ray White, and give you more opportunities for you to share your ponderings as well. So sit back, relax, ponder with me as I ponder with you on today's reflections of Pondering on the Patio. Now, here is pondering number one.
I just saw a video on TikTok of Tim Ferriss talking about the importance of habits and lead metrics and lag metrics, essentially saying if you want to have good health, if that's the outcome that you want, then you need to be in the gym, or if you want to get better grades, you need to be studying, things like that. And one of the comments he made was that our habits suck. We just have poor habits when it comes to being consistent and doing the right things that will help us get us to the goal that we want to get to. And so he suggested having 5 good minutes. If we just had 5 good minutes of intentional focus towards the outcome that we want to get to, over time we would eventually reach that. How does that look when we create a belonging culture, right? If the outcome is creating belonging workplace culture, we need to then look at our leadership and more importantly, ourselves and our ability to create belonging through our presence. So our leadership, we need to be inclusive leaders in that way. By us being inclusive leaders, we'll create a belonging culture. And if we practice this 5 good minutes mentality that he posed in this video, then essentially what we're saying is, what are the things that we can do within 5 minutes that will lead us to becoming inclusive leaders that will end up having the outcome of belonging culture? So some ideas could potentially be us sitting down and doing some research on the identities that are deeply impacted by our decisions. Another one could be having a good conversation with somebody who's outside of our identity marker, right? Another one could be just educating on taking a minute to read on news or articles that are outside of what our normal news channels could be. One could be reading books that are associated by authors that are outside of our identity. Another one could be being able to intently think through how our work is engaging other people. And all those things are just intentional efforts and focus that are geared towards what we're currently doing today. So my question to you all is, how can you put together 5 good minutes of being an inclusive leader to where the outcome creates a belonging workplace culture? What are some actions that you can start doing today?
And now, here's pondering number two.
What if we went after what we want with tremendous amount of tenacity as if there's no tomorrow? I got a mentor and a friend who I've been doing some work with in our community. One of the things that I appreciate being in a similar space with him is that, he's 30 years older than me. And anytime we're in the presence of anybody, he always talks about his vision of building generational wealth, helping advance the next generation of Black leaders, providing equity within the Black community, creating a unity across our Black organizations and families and businesses. He does not stop the full court press. Something that he's told me a while back was like, yo, I ain't got that much time. I ain't got that much time to wait around for what other people think. The time is now. The time is now to develop this entity, this environment, the mobility around creating space for our community to thrive. And the legacy that he wants to leave is one that is centered on the connection that he's creating and the opportunities that he's developing for my generation and the following generation to live in. And it just got me wondering, like, yo, what is it that holds me back from having a similar type of tenacity to the vision that I set out to accomplish, or the dream or the passion that's what's set within my heart? What would you do if you had the similar level of tenacity and full court press? Go after the vision and the dream that's set within you, as if you did not have time left on the clock. If you did not have time left on the clock, or if you knew time was limited, how hard would you go after your dreams? And if we were in a position to really take that seriously, dang, like our world would change. We would have so much transformation in our society, in our culture, if we lived in that lens of let's make the most of this opportunity and encourage others to do the same thing. How inspiring would that be? How awesome would our world be? How amazing and connected would our communities be with that type of perspective?
Thank you so much for listening to Pondering on the Patio with your host, Ray White. If you like what you heard today, or you have ponderings of your own from what you've heard, please feel free to drop your thoughts in the show notes, or hit me up on all social media platforms at Ray Devante and let me know your pondering thoughts. If you have thoughts you would like to ponder as well, please share your pondering topics with me and we could ponder together right here on the patio.